Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Vern Fuller. Here with me in the studio is Jessica Payne, who is the AmeriCorps VISTA Community Health Initiatives Coordinator. Give us a little bit of your background in your organization.
Well, I just started with the AmeriCorps organization in August. It's a year-long commitment. It's a national program. And so I've only been with the restoration group in this position for a few months now.
And exactly what do you all do?
What do we do? Well, the VISTA program as a whole is varied. They have each VISTA is placed in different organizations throughout the United States, different nonprofit organizations. Okay. So it's very varied.
Okay.
The goal of the VISTA program is to address issues in poverty. So we work with local nonprofits to build capacity to help them, solve the issues of poverty that are in their community.
Can you bring that a little more closer to home, a little more specific, like what type of poverty issues?
All sorts of different poverty issues. For me, with working with the restoration group, it's mostly community building and bringing services to the area that are much needed to the neighborhood. Specifically, I work on the farmers market that we do in the summer.
Okay.
So it's a great little local market. It's small, but it brings in enough produce and fresh food items to the neighborhood that aren't there normally. Other VISTAs in the community might work with education or different health issues or homelessness or even new immigrant families. So it's a wide variety of work.
So it's kind of a buffet of low-income, poverty-stricken challenges of any particular area in St. Louis?
All over the city, actually. There's about 60 of us here in St. Louis, believe it or not, and we're placed all over the city and all over the county as well. Okay,
and what is the aspect of your organization you're most proud of?
I think it's the people. To do this, to commit for a full year, you have to be really dedicated to the community, to nonprofit service, and everyone I've met so far is just really great, and they go above and beyond what they're supposed to be doing. So
this sounds almost like domestic missionary work.
It is, basically. It's the domestic version of the Peace Corps is what it was started as 50 years ago.
Okay.
Next year.
So Jessica, are you getting paid for this?
I'm getting paid very little.
Okay.
It is a year-long volunteer commitment, and you do get a living stipend, but it's at the poverty level. So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So why are you doing it?
Why am I doing it? That's a tough question. So I'm doing it because I've always felt like I needed to give back in some way, and and I've always kind of wanted to be in the nonprofit field anyway.
Okay.
So this is kind of a jump-off point, do it all together, get into the nonprofit world. I was actually a senior marketing manager for several years before I did this.
So you left the corporate world?
I did.
To get on the front line and fight poverty? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what you're hearing.
Wow. Okay. And, what are some of the biggest challenges that you see in what you're doing currently?
Some of the biggest challenges, well, one is living on the stipend at a poverty level. It really kind of opens your eyes to see what people have to deal with on a day-to-day basis that are working minimum wage jobs or less.
Okay.
So, but it also helps you relate to people that you're trying to serve. So it's very helpful in that respect. Some of the other challenges are going from an organization where I had unlimited resources, basically, to a smaller nonprofit where you don't have those resources, and trying to be, I guess, abstract in the way you do things to make it work, to reach out to all the people you need to.
Okay. And is there any, we talked about it's all over the city, but do you find that your services are needed more in the city, the county, the rural areas, any particular area that you find the need is greater?
No, it's a wide variety. There's poverty everywhere, and you wouldn't necessarily think it would be everywhere, but it does affect every community. And so the services that the VISTAs are working with are everywhere, and they are needed everywhere.
Okay. It's break time again, but we'll be back with more Jessica Payne when we return. We'll be back with more STL TV Live right after this.